Hey everybody, and welcome to CreepyChills. Today we're going to go over the top 10 scary creepypasta that won't let you sleep at night. Make sure to watch until number 1, because it's one of the most disturbing creepypastas you will ever hear about. Let's save some time and dive right into it. Number 10. No End House. Haunted houses play a central role in many famous scary stories, and coming out alive of one of those proofs that you have nerves of steel. In this creepypasta, our narrator David gets to know about the no-end house from an old drug-addicted friend. He tells him that David can win $500 if he is able to make it through the 9 rooms of the house. David chooses to ignore his friend's warning that it's not possible to go through all 9 rooms and goes to the no-end house during the night. As soon as he arrives, he's still 100% sure that his friend was just scared because of his drug addiction and that he will get the $500 easily. But what's starting out with normal-looking rooms and cheap Halloween decorations changes rapidly to driving David's mind into pure madness. Be warned. After reading this creepypasta, the chances are high that you will end up in the same haunted house while dreaming. Number 9. Squidward's Suicide. This creepypasta is especially horrifying for every person that grew up with the popular cartoon SpongeBob SquarePants. Squidward's Suicide is a lost episode creepypasta and also known as Red Mist. The episode was supposed to air as a premiere of the cartoon's 4th season. While SpongeBob SquarePants is known for making people, and especially children, laugh, this specific episode is about the octopus Squidward, which supposedly kills himself with a shotgun. The story is told by an intern for Nickelodeon, with the show's production team reviewing what was supposed to be the premiere episode for the 4th season. But as the footage progresses, the animators become horrified by violent imagery and ghostly sound effects that weren't authorized to be included. While the cartoon is making its fans happy, this creepypasta definitely takes care of creating a disturbing feeling. Number 8. Jeff the Killer. The typical killer is a fundamental part of many horror movies, especially since the genre began to grow. But what exactly makes a killer to real nightmare fuel? The creepypasta about Jeff the Killer is responsible for thousands of people having nightmares where a specific face appears over and over again. The basic story concerns Jeff, a serial killer who hides in the closet and whispers, "Go to sleep," to its victim before slaughtering everyone in the household. Even more disturbing is his appearance. His face is smooth and stark white, a huge grin and small lidless eyes. He is one of the most easily recognizable creepypastas, with his eerie stare posted across forums. His origin story involves a fight that resulted in a chemical burn on his face and caused him to suffer a mental break. Soon after, he murdered his family and disappeared into the night to make guest appearances in your nightmares. What do you think about the disturbing look of Jeff? Number 7. The Russian Sleep Experiment. Shortly after World War II, a new gas was created by Soviet-era scientists to keep soldiers seamlessly awake for up to 30 days. The scientists decided to test the gas and locked 5 political prisoners in a hermetically sealed chamber. Once the process started, the men didn't have any chance to escape the chamber until the 30 days were over. Within a few days, the men were showing strong symptoms of sleep deprivation like paranoia and psychosis. They also started to behave even more strangely as more time passed by. 15 days into the experiment, when scientists could no longer see the men through the thick glass of the chamber or hear them through the microphones, they filled the room with fresh air and unlocked it. There, they discovered that the man had changed in really terrifying ways. Just know that this story may not be appropriate if you dislike gore, as the narrative goes into graphic detail about the physical state of the patient. Number 6. Borrasca. Borrasca is about the young boy Sam Walker and his family, which moved to fading mining town Drisking, Missouri. While Sam quickly makes new friendships with Kyle and Kimber, his sister Whitney starts to isolate herself more and more. Soon after moving there, Whitney suddenly vanishes. Sam is haunted by her disappearance, and, years later, a series of fresh disappearances leads him to investigate the local legends of the Skinned Men, the Shiny Gentleman, and the Triple Treehouse. What he and his friends discover is both horrifying and chillingly plausible. The true terror of the story is how easy it is to believe that a combination of self-interest and a lack of empathy can result in something truly monstrous. Number 5. Lavender Town Syndrome. Lavender Town Syndrome is a creepypasta about one of the most popular games in history, Pokémon. Lavender Town was a location found within the Pokémon game, which was originally launched in Japan in 1996. The town was designed to be the game's spookiest location and resembles an isolated rural community and home to a large graveyard. The graveyard is home to hundreds of dead Pokémon and haunted by ghosts in the surrounding area. Lavender Town was also home to a piece of music that is supremely creepy and completely out of place in such a family-friendly video game. The town's background music, composed by Junichi Masuda, has been rumored to be the cause of over 100 Japanese child suicides during the game's launched in the spring of 1996. If you have played the game back then and know this specific piece of music, this creepypasta may turn your stomach after reading through. Number 4. Gateway of the Mind. Can you imagine a way that makes it possible to talk to God? If not, this creepypasta is the right for you. Gateway of the Mind is a creepypasta story that tells of a group of scientists' unethical attempt to speak with God. They do this by depriving an elderly local man of his 5 senses, believing that they interfere with the connection to him. As time goes by, the man starts hallucinating and begins talking to ghosts before finally going insane from lack of stimulation. The elderly man begged the scientists to put him asleep because he couldn't stand the hundreds of voices anymore that appeared in his head. After even hearing voices in his dreams that talk about the afterlife and hell, he tried to kill himself. The scientists restrained him to a table so he couldn't injure himself anymore. But of course, this didn't help the man. Days later, he woke up and told one of the scientists that God has abandoned them and then dies. Number 3. Ted the Caver. Ted the Caver is a creepypasta story that originally appeared as a series of blog posts written by a spelunker named Ted, recounting his experiences exploring Mystery Cave. Ted began an Angel Fire page on 23 March 2001 to share his caving journal online. When Ted and his friend Brad entered a cave, they found a passageway with a small hole where they went through. The blog documents the strange occurrences they encounter, including ghastly screaming, unnatural wind, and strange hieroglyphs that appear deep inside the cave. The blog abruptly ends with a post detailing a 3-week period of time after their last visit to the cave. During this time, each of the cavers reportedly suffered from hallucinations and nightmares, leading to all agreeing to visit the cave one final time for closure. Ted stated in the final blog post that he will update the website after he returns with answers to everyone's questions. The site has not been updated since. Number 2. Anansi's Goatman story. You know that feeling you sometimes get, that someone or something is watching you or is near you, and you just can't shake it. That's nothing compared to what this narrator, his cousins, and their friends go through while camping in the woods in Alabama. If you are familiar with Native American legends, you probably know of Goatmen. Goatmen are shape-shifting beasts that live in the forest and are known as Wendigos and Skinwalkers. The story follows a teenager who goes down to Alabama to be with his extended family. While he, his cousins, and their friends are camping out in the woods, they see a strange figure, the Goatman, jerking and spouting gibberish as it follows them. They spend the rest of the night in fear as the Goatman slowly infiltrates the group, terrorizing the teens into a frenzied state of paranoia. One thing is sure. After reading this creepypasta, you might never want to go camping or go to sleep ever again. Number 1. Psychosis. Existentialism may not be the scariest of philosophies, but psychosis shows that proving human existence beyond innate fears and paranoia is an inner battle that can never be won. John soon finds out that he's been cut off from the rest of the world. His only communication with other people is through electronic devices. He quickly becomes paranoid and becomes convinced that everyone around him is lying, trying to get him to come outside his door so an unknown entity can get him. His logic tries to defy his gut feeling, but he falls further into the belief that something has gone horribly wrong outside and it's coming for him next. After reading the creepypasta about John becoming more and more insane and paranoid, you probably will question your own reality. Can you really trust what you see and feel? How do you know that you're not living in a computer simulation? Let us know in the comments what you think about these stories, and make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of creepy things that will give you the chills. See you in the next video. Take care.